Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with a new reading for today. Give me 1 second. Alright. What was I gonna say? I am coming on here without being prepared, and I love it. Just because you have to prepare for everything else, and this is just like my let's flow. Oh my god. Anywho, alright, so we're doing the angel answers, which thank you Spirit for the success and yes. All I have to say is I'm very grateful. First of all, I'm going to mention 3 things I'm very grateful for. I'm very grateful for freeing myself up from, first of all, I'm very grateful for food because I just ate and I love delicious food. I'm so great, and fresh food and like food that was cooked for you food. Oh my god, it's like extra. Everything is all extra when it comes to food. Like, I'm so grateful for that. And I never really like thought I was a foodie. Like, I knew I was like, you know, there was more to love on me, but like I really am a foodie. And but the whole thing is I have to be a foodie with either balancing it out with working out, like as in like, or not even working out, I hate that fucking term. More so like dancing, okay? Balancing it out with dancing, any type of movement, walking, that type of thing, fun. But also, what else did I want to say here is, yeah, I'm very grateful for movement. I'm very grateful for kind people. And I'm very grateful for having gotten out of my comfort zone today to then be privy to observing the kindness of people today on the outskirts. So I'm very, I'm super grateful for that. So interesting. The energies of today are a little fascinating. Like, I'm actually not even quite sure. I'm not even quite sure like what is going on today. And I kind of knew that was coming up. Like, I was like, okay, there's like ending of sorts where you just don't know what's gonna go on, right? And it's fine. I mean, it's really not fine because I rather know, but it is what it is when you are not, when you don't know. And what Spirit also is saying is it's not even unsurety, because I think people confuse to be unsure with not knowing, and I am for sure that I don't know. How about that? That's how I want to put it. So unsure is more so it could be where you basically have 2 options and you just don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So you do know what you know, what you're going, what's there in front of you, but you don't know, you know, which one to choose as the highest and best choice. But in this matter, of course everybody has choices at all times, but I think the choices are very vast. And it's like, and actually that's one thing that came through this morning is I was praying about, I said, God, thank you that I have an infinite abundance of whatever I can fucking do to make it my reality. But here's the thing, with the vast abundance, you can get easily confused, right? So that's why like artists and, you know, like sensitive people get a little bit more, confused because they can't like fucking rein it in. They can't like wrangle it in, right? In terms of like what to focus on first. And actually it's funny because the yin card for today in terms of 3 p.m. and on Eastern Standard Time is be assertive. So it's basically like you have to call the shots here in terms of what would, and what I'm getting is like what would make you happy, but what would like light you up, you know what I'm saying? And maybe there's something that you are looking for, something long term, right? I'm just trying to tap into today's Saturday, which all day is the feng shui theme day that I personally labeled it as helpful people and travel. And tomorrow is Sunday, which is a career day. And it's really interesting because I am like sensing, even though this minutely has something to do with like love, it also has to do a lot more with career. Like I feel like it's like 75% career and then like 25% love, if we can put percentages to it, just to give you kind of a little bit of a little bit of a lowdown in terms of what I feel like it is. The Midway Happy Way says compromise, and it compromises more so Libra energies that we're in right now. Spirit's saying read the book on this, and I think that's actually pretty darn important. Okay. I also think it's very good to read it at the beginning of Libra season, so we kind of do get like a focus or a vision in terms of like what all. Actually, it's so funny. I turn to compromise and right away I see wins. Okay, so it's like the word is jumping out at me, so it's so funny. All right, but so that's a good thing, and I feel like that's like justice to somebody, right? In terms of compromise or the justice system. It says, or also like, I feel like law and order, which is like kind of law of attraction and like karma, right? And also order in terms of cosmos and like divine order. People don't know, or maybe a lot of people don't know, that organization has a lot to do with spirituality. And it's divine order actually translates into the cosmos, so that's like cosmic stuff, so that's pretty awesome. So here it says, and actually there's, if I can switch around the words, in compromise, cosmo is in compromise, so there is order to it, which is so funny. And actually I'm seeing the word happy too, which is hilarious. This is so funny. So anyhow, so let's read. It says, in order to create a happy outcome for the situation, which it absolutely will be, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. So you might actually find yourself a little bit more kind of doing your me time so that you can figure out things that you can allow things to become more clear, but also to figure out what is truly important to you. So you really might sense that you're kind of just allowing more of that to happen. And also it could be because we're weaning out of, the energies, I guess, of Virgo, which is the hermit mode, So sometimes it's like 3 or 4 days we gotta just let it, do its thing to like get us out of the flow of something and then into the next flow of another. It says allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also take note of matters that you would be open to changing your position. Also take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Thank you, Spirit. I don't know what the hell that was. Work towards an agreement where everyone wins. Dude, I fucking love living my life like that. But like other people or like, I'm gonna say not the people that are not so privy to that emotion or are about unity so much, like they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, there is such a fucking joy of living a life like that. But whatever. Thank God. I just thank God that I'm privy to being able to create that, which is harmony and which is heaven on earth. Amen. Also associated with money, just letting you know. All right. So it says, be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while also assisting others in fulfilling their desires. Now that's what I've seen today is cooperation where somebody was assisting another and fulfilling their desire, and that was a beautiful thing. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone's viewpoints and still being true to your own. You know, one thing I wanted to say that came through, do I talk about it? Okay, this is actually very important. As I'm reading that, be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints and still being true to your own. Here's what I have to say about viewpoints. Viewpoints, thank God that they exist because it gives us new ideas, right? And or allows us to know where people stand, kind of like boundaries, right? But what I have to say is I was like thinking backwards, of course, Libra season a little bit. I was thinking towards history today, and I was a part of a scene in my life where two adults came head to head in politics, right? And it's really kind of never happened like in my life, like where like people just like kind of went fucking at it in front of me over politics. And for some reason what popped into my head was, you guys are putting your energy towards something that doesn't even fucking matter that much, right? Like it's such a yang scale. You like, it's not like you're gonna go out and do something about it. Like the thing is, it's like some people drive their fucking opinions completely fucking off the Richter scale, right? Like they just have an opinion, they're gonna fucking stick to it till like the day they die, and they're so passionate about it, and they'll put all their energy. And for me, I actually coincide. I literally think it's boredom, honestly speaking. Like boredom kicks in for some people, and so they feel like they need to, in order to like validate themselves, they have to have the strongest opinion of like what fucking politics is and or religion and or all that bullshit that we all have to fucking go through for some reason, you know what I'm saying? But what you don't realize is that you're putting so much fucking time and energy into arguing about stupid shit that you can't make a fucking difference in. And yet somebody there in front of your face as a younger, like as a younger generation and or the age of where you can, it's not even age, it's there's a fucking person in front of you that actually needs your fucking help. And no one's seeing that shit. So it's kind of like what I'm tapping into is like adoption energies. Like it's really weird. It's like there's some, so it's also like parental versus child. So there's some, so all I want to say is it's like, and this morning I got like the hurt and the pain, it runs deep, right? Because you can be so a part of, and again, I'm just going to express it. You can be so a part of a fucking family, and yet you can carry such light, and people would notice the light, but then they don't want to actually help support your light, right? So, but what they'll do is they will drive home their fucking weird ass, nonsensical and non-helpful, actually, opinions about fucking politics, but they'll leave a person hanging of which actually fucking needs help, right? And the whole thing is, and you know, you can see, like, people are just like oblivious, like, or they actually make themselves more oblivious than they really are. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that because it's like so much, like it's quote unquote very hard for us to help one another, which I completely understand because everybody is just literally at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to say everybody, I'm going to say a percentage of us that resonate with me are doing the best that we can, while others are okay being fucking bored, okay? And fighting for the wrong fucking shit. They're fighting for the injustices that they'll never fucking come through on, and yet they want to just be heard and recognized, and yet there's somebody at your fucking, in your fucking surroundings that you could actually be helping and putting your energy more towards that person rather, or people, or youngins, however you want to call it, so that they can have a better direction, a vision. You can feel fucking helpful in that sense of like, oh, you know what, I wasn't just a couch potato today. I wasn't just on Facebook today. I wasn't just like fucking trolling social media. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so fascinating to me, like, that people can just be okay with, you know, really kind of going at something that is so fucking meaningless, and it could be meaningful to them in terms of being heard, but it's meaningless to actually put your fucking energy towards it, when really you're not going to go down that rabbit hole. I mean, you may have gone down that rabbit hole to, like, you know, fucking research everything about politics and this, that, but like, at the end of the day, you're not actually coming through for anything. You're not actually like my whole thing is, you're gonna take a stand for politics that doesn't give a fuck about you, but yet there's a person in your scenario that gives a fuck about a lot of things, and yet they're not being heard, they're not being helped, and they're not being fucking seen, right? And the whole thing is, it's like, to me, that's where it ends today. There's an end game on it today. That's what Spirit's saying, end game. The end game has come, and so the whole thing is like, and I don't know really what that means, but I feel like, you know, hopefully, again, when I was talking about the happiness and the wins, somebody's coming through, somebody's pulling through, and as I'm saying pulling through, I'm also seeing a car. So if you guys are asking for a car, or you're just asking for some sort of whatever, like something to help your fucking ass out in this life a little bit, you're gonna get it, and there's gonna be some sort of way out in your favor today. And actually, I think this morning or yesterday morning is beautiful, because I think it was yesterday morning that was coming through. It's like, you know, it was actually more prayers about being favored, right? Like having favor be blessed, be put upon your life, right? And I love that idea. I was like, oh my God, like, I know it's like religious, but like, I just like, can you tap into that feeling of being favored? Like, wow, like, it's so big deal. I can cry, because it's so kind of like, you're not forgotten about. Like, you're not, like, you're trying your hardest, you're doing your best. Yeah, you're crying amongst all of it, because like, you feel like it should be a little bit fucking more easier for people like us. But yet, it's like we completely feel forgotten about, and or left back, and or, you know, like not seen, not heard, like invisible. Like I guess that's what it is. Like, we just feel like there's like, we deserve to be helped, and yet we're not being helped. Like, what kind of fucking common sense bullshit is that? Like, that's what I don't understand. That's where, like, it pisses me off too. And not that I'm saying, I'm not even generalizing it, but you know, like, it's so interesting, because somebody can be so fucking loud in their fucking ways, right? Like, so masculine based, and like, they can ask for help, like, you know, and it could be such a dirty energy, and yet if a lighthearted being with fucking clean energy asks for help, it's like it's like as if like, it's like, it's as if it's like not a negative thing, but it's more so portrayed as like you still got it, like you can still do something about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and also the theme that's been coming through is cutting some slack for those, I guess, like in general, like cutting some slack for yourself first and foremost, but then also, which I have such a fucking problem in doing, and I don't know why, but I'm gonna fucking fix that shit immediately. But like, also for the fixer-uppers is what I'm trying to say. Like, those that come through and try to fucking fix things and regulate things and like rebalance things, like we seem like the stronger ones because we're like willing to take on the fucking world, but it's like, at one point you stop and you turn around, you're like, yo, who the fuck is helping me other than spirit? Like, who the fuck is really fucking coming through? And it's crazy, because it's like, and I only say that because I'm such a big advocate on universal helping, like helping of others, right? Like universally, like everything universally being taken care of is what I want to say. And like, and my whole thing is also uniting, right? So in uniting, it's like there is helping, right? When somebody needs help, they're trying to unite also, whatever it is, energies, people, who the fuck knows time I'm getting, right? So it's kind of, and that's actually really super beautiful. I would never thought about time on my own. That was all spirit. So, and that right there is, if we're talking about uniting time, that's tesseracting. That's getting dreams done a lot quicker and getting to your dream a lot quicker than if you were by yourself, right? But it takes a level of selflessness, right? It takes or even it takes a level of, because I've seen it done too in a selfish way, where it's like you're selfish in a sense that you want to help people so much so that you can actually feel fucking better. And so I'm saying, in whatever the fucking way you want to, you know, because it's all about perspective. Whatever perspective would help you to fucking come through for another person, and may it be genuine. You know what I'm saying? If it's selfish, it's selfish. If it's, you know, if it's fucking genuine, it's genuine, right? Like, but my whole thing is I'm only asking for genuine help, which almost never, like, arrives because people are too fucking busy. They're just doing, you know, a whole lot. But the whole thing is, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to just stop right there. So the next thing is, and I feel like there's something there also, okay, I feel like there's something like motherliness there going on. And I don't know what it is. So let me just take a sip real quick. Hold on one second. I'm so grateful to have so much hydration in front of me. Honestly. So damn good. I love it. I'm drinking coconut and aloe. I just finished that bottle. I am all about fucking hydration. All of it. Also, that's very interesting. I'm putting out there that I want to do, that I want to get into, so I'm looking for like a part-time but also a full-time job that I like, because I wouldn't mind doing full-time if I really love my fucking job, right? But part-time just because I have other shit to do. But part-time, so what I'm looking for part-time and or full-time is something having to do with my health, right? To help maintain my health. And I never really thought about something hydration. So I might want to look into something hydration in terms of health, and that's what I'm putting out there because I forget that hydration is a part of health. And I think that's really interesting that came through as a quote unquote angel answer. So angel answer deck, right? Amen. Thank you, Spirit. Let me just sip a little bit more because I am thirsty. Alright, so again, I don't know why the yin card is be assertive. So yeah, I'm being assertive in the fact that I really am looking into something hydration. So whatever hydration, like water or ice company or something along those lines. I fucking love it. Anyhow, it's like we're moving on, but we're not moving on. This be assertive card is like popping out at me like, what I'm getting is be assertive in terms of going out for an adventure today. You have to go out for an adventure today. There's something there that'll help you solidify some answers, but also take off your mask somehow. And it's really crazy because like Halloween is coming around, so there's masks everywhere. Yeah, I'm also seeing like a rainbow flame. So it's kind of like this enlightenment. Like, so maybe like if you're in the light, it's healing your aura. Or if you are the light, whether it's you being in the light and or you are in the light, your aura is being healed. And I'm also hearing it's like tapped into. So there's like a just refreshing type of energy going on. I'm already getting super tired. Okay. Oh my god, I'm looking at the temperance card next to me, which has nothing to do with this reading right now. But literally has water from one cup to another, which is temperance, money restrictions, testing the waters. Wow. That's so wild. Okay, testing the water testing. Maybe that's what has to be done. I don't know. I also saw like going on my adventure, I saw like where the health department was in my town. I didn't know where that was, so it popped out to me. So honestly, we shall see what is up. Alright, anyhow, moving on to the next card, which I believe we're gonna do, even though this Be Assertive card is literally, it's like it has a hold on me. It literally won't let me move on for some reason. I don't know what it is. Give me 1 second, let me just see what's up. What I'm hearing is water rejoice. I don't know, maybe it's like a spring you have to go to, or maybe by spring something's happening. Water rejoice, I don't know, but I'm down. Emotional rejoice, since waters have to. Oh my god, maybe this is, do I talk about it? Oh my god, so talk about, oh my, this is so funny. Talk about, okay, water rejoice. Okay, so in my town, right, there is, as I was out on my adventure today, I literally saw speed racing boats, which is the time of year that they come around. They come around every year. And I watched the show one time. The show is tomorrow. I watched the show one time because I just ran into it. I was on the beach and it was just happening in front of me. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was so fucking exhilarating, dude. I can't even express to you, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? But yet the energy was exhilarating. I can't even express. And here's the thing. Here's where I am. I'm like this midway, happy way, right? Where it's I fucking never knew how much I loved speedboat racing until you actually are there feeling the energy and the roar and the fucking burr, and you're watching this shit, it's so exciting to me. And so I it's just a wild thing that literally I ran into. And today they're back around again, and I saw how they live their life, and I was like, wow, that is so cool to me, you know. And the whole thing is, I was thinking, so and as everybody's kind of getting ready, you know, to do whatever they have to do for this, you know, Grand Prix show, it's, you know what it is to me? It's like bumper cars on water. It's fucking awesome, you know? And or racing a car on water. It's so fun. And so, and they go I think they were saying 150 miles an hour on the fucking water. That's so fucking fast, dude. You know what I'm saying? You can fucking crash. And God forbid, may everybody literally hold on to their life, right? But the whole thing is, and hold on for dear life. But what I want to say is, literally, so as I was at the bus terminal, I was literally watching the cops in the area escorting all the boats down to the water, right? And it gives me such chills. And I looked down at what I was doing, at my phone or something, and I said, I would literally die for that job. In terms of if I had that job, if I was a racer, I wouldn't give a fuck if I went down doing that job, because it is so fucking fun. That shit is so fucking entertaining, you know? And so I literally said that to myself. I'm like, that's how much I love that, you know? But the whole thing is, do I feel like I need to get into it? It's I don't have the nudge, but if somebody, I don't know, if somebody, came through and was like, hey, you want to ride a boat that, race? I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind driving, right? But, and so, it's just, I don't know, it's just phenomenal that came through, exciting, excitement, water excitement, because that shit was, I'm telling you, it's phenomenal in person. I don't even think I don't even think if they were to do a broadcast on it, like a live broadcast of it, like I'm gonna look today because I definitely want to watch it. But the whole thing is, and I might just go down there like tonight or tomorrow. Tonight is coming through. But like, so for those of you in the area that don't know me, let me know if you're gonna be there too, because like I'd be so down. But the whole thing is, it's like, holy shit, guys, like I'm telling you that fucking, and by the way, when I say I'm like midway happy way, I also bless the animals under that water to fucking just get the fuck out of that area immediately so that they can just be safe. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I really want and love the best of both worlds, and I pray for it, because, you know, we really can, what's it called? Like, I mean, it's just something so cool. Like both animals and ocean, but then also water sports are so fucking cool to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not against it, but I understand a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like what people are for, pro and cons and things like that, you know? So anyhow, now I feel like I'm being let the fuck go. So that's so interesting that they came through. But yeah, that could be a dream. I mean, I don't know. That could be a fucking dream. But let me just tell you something. Whatever. I'm going to just move on to the next card. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. So the next card for tomorrow is the situation will improve. So, and tomorrow is the career. So I do feel like somebody is like looking for, you know, a career that will last them a very long time. And something that they can really kind of see themselves getting invested in, right? And staying there for longevity, you know, and it could be something so weird, like, you know, quote unquote weird, like fucking, you know, like speedboat racing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, there's so many weird fucking things out there that I'm like, damn, if I only knew my own weirdness, which I don't know just yet, I'm like, maybe somebody needs to give me the answer of that. Like, I would fucking do it, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just feel like I haven't tapped into that weirdness, and so I'm asking A-Team right now to tap me into the weirdness of which is me, so that I can, and more of it if need be, so that I can literally just go for the gold, right? Go for the fucking top, like, dream, right? That like needs to come out of my system, you know? And so, because, you know, there's only so much, like at this point, I feel like I've mastered and remastered, right? The essence of rebuilding oneself back up again, right? But it's like, if you can find something that will just, you know, build you and have you stay built instead of all this fucking destruction all the time, it's like, or you know, trying out new things, which I appreciate, but also I'm kind of like, and may that never stop, but may it just become a little bit more healthier in the way that I do it, because it's a little, it's kind of like taking its toll in a health type of way, and not necessarily bad at all, but I'm saying like energetically tired, right? I even said, you might even say that out loud today to somebody, because I've said that today to somebody. I was like, I'd help you, like, you know, I'd come halfway for you, but like at the same time, not come, but like more so, you know, we were like doing some transaction, and I was like, listen, I try to help make your job fucking a lot easier, but I was like, I'm just really tired. Like, I literally said that, it came out of me, and I was so tired. Listen to this, guys. Do I talk about spirit? Yeah. Okay. They're saying it. I was so tired today that I said to myself, and again, because when you don't feel at home, and you don't feel at home in your career, what the fuck else is going on then? I mean, there's nothing that you're basically like, you know, that you can like literally like hold on to in a sense. It's like you're floating, you know, which again might be work in my favor for the whole fucking Grand Prix water sports shit, but like at the same time, like a bitch needs money to do that, I think. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Anyhow, because it is a very expensive fucking hobby, and maybe it's not a hobby, maybe it's somebody's, somebody's job to organize that shit. It is somebody's job to organize that shit. So the whole thing is, it's like, I don't fucking know. I'm just tired. Okay, so this is what I was gonna say. I literally was so tired today. I like walked into the store that I needed to get shit done, and I basically told, and like, what, I have like a family account on one of the things that I was getting it done, and I said, and the guy asked me, oh, is like, who went to Canada recently, right? And I said, oh, I don't think it was me. I think it was me a long time ago, because he was looking through my records or whatever. And I was like, it was me a long time ago, but I said it was probably one of my moms. Literally, I said one of my moms to him, like, like, that went recently. And I stopped myself. I was like, I stopped myself. I was like, what the fuck am I talking about? And I literally was like, it was so funny, and I started laughing hysterically, because I was like, first of all, what's so crazy is that I'm watching a show that has two moms in it, right? But like, I think what's going on is I'm like a little, like, I'm trying to balance, right? But in balancing, it's like you're so tired that you're kind of like taking in like the entertainment of what is your life, and you're kind of like making it your own, so that it's just, I don't know, it's like, it was like osmosis or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck was that? But it was so interesting, because I felt like it was my subconscious, like, maybe even asking for that, because like, if a person doesn't feel like they have like a mom in this life, like, maybe that's what they need, you know what I'm saying? So I literally came out of my face, and literally I don't have two moms. I literally have one mom, and for what we know, she's straight, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like laughing so hard. I was like, that is so weird, that came out of my system. And he goes, oh, he's like, I don't even judge, but he was like, he's like, I've seen it on TV, but I've actually never came into it, like saw it in person. So he was like, but he's like, yeah, he was like, I wouldn't even judge. I was like, thank you, that's super nice. But I was like, at the same time, me either. But I'm like, but I also like to speak the truth in terms of what it is. So like, thank God we understood each other in terms of what the fuck was going on. But it was so funny for me. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is so nuts. So yeah, I mean, I just feel like energetically you're a bit tired, so there needs to be a balance, right, of sorts. So, alright, so basically Spirit says I'm done, even though I'm not going over the next card, which is the situation will improve. But interestingly enough, it has a lot to do with water. It's like a girl, it's an angel girl, doesn't look like a mermaid, but she's like a water angel that has 3 dolphins next to her, and she's like down under, like under the sea, and so yeah, and she's like trying to reach the top, I guess, the top where the sunlight is at. So that definitely could be something super significant in terms of, again, like I said, may all the creatures go a little bit deeper tomorrow, and like just stay there for a little bit, just until this fucking Grand Prix is over, just so that, or skedaddle a little bit, because of the fact that because we want to keep them safe, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna ask Archangel Michael right now to do that. Which I believe is going to be the case, because Archangel Michael is going to, for sure, shield those waters from anything negative happening to both people and animals and water. Imagine water is the in-between between the animals and the people, right? That's a conduit right there. That's the midway, happy way. So we're talking about water again. That's so interesting. Which is also emotions. Emotions are the midway, happy way between either people. I mean, it could really fuck them up, or it could really fucking heal them, right? It's like very interesting. So emotions definitely between people are it's the medium, right? It's definitely the medium. So hence why there's like, I think a lot of this, like maybe it's even past life stuff, like about foster children, and like, people taking in foster kids, and you know, what I'm watching in terms of just like how they speak towards one another is really super brilliant. And I'm talking about the people that are of the healthy kind in all ways, which to me is just fucking normal, right? Being a normal human being, but also it's like compassion from the parents versus compassion from like foster kids. And like, to me, that is just like, I don't know. So I just find it super, super healing and super just wonderful. So I went into that because it's like they know how to express their emotions, and I think that's the healing agent amongst all fucking people, is just expressing how you feel, no matter what. Like, even if you think you're going to be judged, even if you think that you don't know what you're talking about. Like today I made a phone call. I was like, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I just know that I am I'm calling because I feel like I need help looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, like, not to know, because sometimes or to express yourself that you don't know, because if you don't, then you leave people thinking about if there's something that you're hiding behind the scenes that they're supposed to be worrying about, you know? Because this day and age, like, people really like obviously have gotten burned, and they don't want to get burned again. And so, you know, if you're trying to fucking get ahead a little bit, the key is to talk about your emotions in terms of, even if you are quote unquote confused but doubting, but also just plain and simple not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, but the whole thing is, you know, this whole compromising is kind of like meeting people in the middle. It's like you did your job. You actually, you know, you reached out to somebody. You spoke your truth, you know? And all you can do is just wait for the phone call to arrive. And if they want to, you know, work with you, if they think that they can fucking come through, you know? And I just feel like it's just very interesting. I feel like, you know, companies are the ones, like when you're talking about, you know, clients and customers, it's like that right there is a really good, thank you, Spirit. Roses are a big deal today too. So there is like high vibingness going on. There is like a lot of high vibrational protection going on as well. So just keep that in mind, which is amazing. One thing I wanted to say there was, what was it? Between the customer and the company and customer, it's like, I feel like that's the only way these days that you can actually extend yourself out halfway, to have another person like kind of not take the bait, but more so like meet you halfway, like the business, like, so that relationship, like client versus business or customer versus business, is where the connection needs to happen. The compromise, the meeting each other halfway comes through, you know? I do want to go more deeper into the story today, but I don't have it in me. I'm like really tired. So I'm going to end this live right now. Thank you guys so much for always checking in, tapping into the energies in terms of what's going on. And I appreciate you, you know, just doing what you can in terms of reciprocating love, you know, coming at me in that sense. So I always love love. I always love love. That's the best ever. But also, love needs support in terms of financials, for sure. And the whole thing is, very interestingly enough, somebody had mentioned today that I was listening to their podcast, they turned to the GOD first before they turned to people, because that's how badly they've been, I guess, like, burnt in the past. And that is so me. Like, I don't even ask for help from other people, because I don't see the capacity that people have in order to help me. But maybe it's also, I understand that I don't have the capacity to help other people any longer, unless it's the way that I'm doing it. right? Which is like, because my energy just needs help, you know what I'm saying? So like the whole thing is, I'll come through in the way that I know how to come through, but I can't do anything more than that, you know? And so why am I mentioning that? I just feel like it's just something that, that I mentioned like more so extra, because like I know you kind of can't, but I'll mention it anyway just as a reminder to like not forget that you do have people around you that that need your support, that need help, you know, and your money really should be going to the damn good ones, and not to think that like, you know, it would be like a weird relationship or this and that. No, you just like give whenever you're fucking feeling like giving, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know, it's a beautiful thing like for people to, it's a beautiful thing for people to feel the love, you know, and give in any way that you can, you know, because, and especially if you're a guy, something came through today in terms of guys too. I can't remember, but if anything, and I feel like it's a service that I'm putting out for you guys, so just be sure to tap into my Instagram page sooner or later, because I think I might be putting out a service just for guys. So anyhow, guys, take it easy. Clear your space. I think that's what I wanted to put out for guys. And yeah, and I'll talk to you soon. Have fun today and tomorrow. Bye.